Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Testing 1. You want to go lie down?
Yeah, I am.
All right.
Good luck with this.
Thank you. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing. Hey, if you're going to be over there for a couple minutes, maybe you can make me a brochure. Whoa, whoa. Welcome back to the Netherlands, 10-Minute Tuesday, and it has been a while since we put out a video, and I've been sick since the 10th, and I'm about, I don't know, maybe 95% better. And when I say the 10th, I mean the 10th of December. Tammy has been sick for the past couple of weeks. I think she's about 75% right now, but we're going to go ahead and get right back into the swing of things, and today we're going to be talking about something that's a little different. Not good. Not bad, just a little different. We've been living in the Netherlands now for about 1.5 years, going on 2 years. And these are things that I find I'm still getting used to, or might be a little difficult to get used to, or there's a couple of things that I'm really used to and I really like it, but it still surprises me. So let's go ahead, let's move on, and I'm going to move on to the first one. And this one right here still just blows me away every time I see it. I don't know why, it still just blows me away. Let's check it out. All right, so the first thing that I got going on, and don't judge me for this. Please just don't judge me for this. But when you grow up in a country, it doesn't matter what country it is, and you're used to something all your life, and all of a sudden you're switching gears to something different, it takes a little getting used to. And the first thing is, it's just trips me out, I don't know why, is the electrical outlets. So when you go down, I'm just going to use this as an example. When you go down and you buy like a new iPhone or something like that, and it comes with an adapter, here's the adapter right here that it comes with the phone. It doesn't come with the phone anymore, but this is what you have to use because of the plug on the other end. There's 2 slits and plugs right in. You buy something here, this is what it comes with, right? It's like a brick, and it's just 2 solid prongs on the end. Every time I plug it in, I feel like I'm stabbing somebody or something. I don't know. But it's kind of hard. The thing is huge. I don't know why they make them so big, but it's hard to get used to. So when we came over here, we had this, and we bought this, which was an adapter. Had to put them together, so we have them like this, and now we can go ahead and use it. I'm sure it's probably not the safest thing in the world, but it works. It works. And Tammy and I, we just got back not too long ago from Dublin. So sick in Dublin. But we made a rookie mistake going to Dublin. We didn't realize that they had a different adapter. So we had to go out and buy a couple of new adapters so that we could charge our equipment and whatnot. So that's one of the things that every time I say, and your outlets, they're big circles and they're indented, and you kind of got to get in there and I don't know. All I'm saying is every time I see it, it just trips me out a little bit. It's hard to get used to. Not a good thing, not a bad thing, just a little hard getting used to when you're used to 2 slots. Anyways, let's move on to the next thing. The next thing, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And Tammy and I are a little bit at odds on this one. So let's move on. All right. So this next one is kind of an interesting gig. Tammy and I, we live in a very old building, very, very old building. So here is a picture of our heater. So check this out. And here is a picture of the thermostat on the heater. It took me a little while when we first got here to kind of figure out how to use it and whatnot, but that's a different story in itself. But here's where the problem comes in. The problem doesn't come in with the heater itself. The heater works great. I mean, it really does. But we have never lived, Tammy and I, in a place together that it's such dramatic temperature differences. I mean, it goes from super cold. It was hailing out here the other night, hailing bouncing off there too. It can be really hot during the summertime. So we're still trying to figure out, our body temperatures and what our bodies are really like. So we have a little bit of a disagreement of when the heater can go on and when the heater can go off. Now, if it's up to me, the heater stays on until it is 19.44 Celsius. The heater's got to stay on until then, and I am perfectly comfortable. To Tammy, the heater goes on when it is 2.22 Celsius. So that's when we can turn the heater on. And we're constantly just trying to figure out a happy medium for both of us. So this is the first time we've had to deal with this, and we've been dealing with it now for 2 winters. And I can probably say that, I don't know, things are working out. I mean, they really are. We have a little bit of a difference going on here. I think I can take her. But anyways, so that's just one of the things that a little hard to get used to. Again, not good. Not bad. We're just trying to figure it out. Again, the heater, we're not used to a heater like this. Took us a little while to figure out how to use it. But once we figured it out, it works great. One here in the living room, kitchen, one in the bedroom. So it's awesome. But anyways, let's move on to the next one. And the next one, I think it's kind of interesting. Next one, quite honestly, is my favorite. I love this next one. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about happens to be my personal favorite. I'm scared. Happens to be my personal favorite and my personal favorite store, and that is Primark. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why they keep their costs so low, but check this out. This happens to be what? Probably a Vans knockoff, €6. Converse knockoff, €8. You want to buy a pair of shoes cheap and you don't mind the dog chewing them up. You want to buy a shirt, you want to buy a pair of shorts. Everything in this store is the least expensive I have ever seen at any retailer. I absolutely love this. And I have a theory, though, on why the cost is so low.
You can't say that.
How do you know what I was going to say?
We both know what you're going to say, and if you say it, you're going to get sued.
Primark. Clothing for the whole family at the best possible price. Let's leave it at that. Let's move on to the next thing. All right, welcome back. And look who we got with us.
Hi.
Looks like she's feeling a whole lot better. You feeling better?
Yeah, I am.
Good.
Would you like me to make you a broja?
No, that's okay. Thank you. But I think you got a couple things to say.
I do. Thank you for allowing me to talk. One of the things that is hard for me to get used to since living here is the bread and baked goods dates on packages.
Yeah.
In the States, the date that's stamped on the package in the supermarket is the expiration date. You shouldn't usually eat, it won't be that great after that date. But here, that is not the case. I think it's the date that it's baked. So me not knowing how long it goes, how long they go.
Well, bread here and bread in the States, just in general.
Totally different.
Two totally different things.
Right, that's why I don't know. That's why I don't usually buy a whole lot of bread, because I don't know how many days we have. So I emailed one of our dear viewers, and I asked her, because she said that we could email her or contact her for anything. I emailed her this question, and she, darn her, she's so nice. She called the local Albert Heijn, and they said that the date that is stamped is the date that they are allowed to sell it.
Okay.
Also, she said there is no way to say how long it's good for. The gal literally said it's a thing of looking, smelling, and tasting.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I do know this. Growing up, when we were growing up, and again, the bread's not the same. If the bread didn't have mold on it, it was good to eat. And if you opened up the bread and had a little bit of mold on each end, you just kind of threw that away. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nay.
Well, I mean,
Nay.
You got seven brothers and one sister, man. You just make everything you can. But anyway.
So thank you, Simona. We have the best viewers. She bakes her own bread, by the way. She also emailed pictures of the things that she bakes. I can't wait to show you. Oh my.
Yeah. But I can tell you this. A little bit of a controversial statement. I don't know. You let me know. I never eat anything past the expiration date. I don't care what it is. If it's past the expiration date, I don't eat it. But anyways, you got anything else?
Not for today.
Not for today. That's it for today.
That's it for today.
I am so glad you're feeling better.
I think I've taken up all of the 10 minutes.
Just took up 2 minutes of this time. So, thank you once again for joining us. And I know it's been a while. We both have been under the weather for quite some time. But there it is right there. We've been coughing up together. But, again, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your comments.
And
Thank you
your
so much
likes
for your
and
likes.
your subscribes. You guys are the best.
We are getting right back into the swing of things. And this was just, again, one of these things where it wasn't good. It wasn't bad.
No, yeah, just
Things that we're still getting used to.
Yeah, exactly.
And still trying to navigate our way around. So, but when it comes to the Netherlands,
Yeah,
home.
This is our home.
So thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. And until next time, we'll see you there.
Tootsies.
Touch things. Subscribe right there. Thank you. How do?
Dewey.
I was gonna say Dewey. Dewey!